Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone doing today, man? Hope everyone is having a great weekend. This is Gregory Wilds coming live to you from Houston, Texas, with this inspirational, it's usually morning talk, but this is afternoon, but it's an inspirational talk nevertheless. Hey, I just want to follow up on what I did yesterday. Man. So thanks to everyone that listened. I hope you got something from it. But for first-time listeners, right now I'm on randomly. I don't have a set time, but I'm just going to come on when I get the word. But yesterday we talked about the difference between belief and faith. Belief and faith, that's a good one. We went through the difference, was the difference between believing versus faith. Lots of time people think it's the same thing, but it's not. You got to believe first, then faith is going to follow. What you believe in, that's where your faith is going to follow. And we look at a nice little story in Matthew 9:27 through 31. We can look at that, take that same story again. But what I want to follow up on, right, is that what the righteous shall live by. Since we know the difference that you have to believe first, then your faith follows, right? I want to follow up on that now and what the Bible's saying that the righteous shall live by. What the righteous shall live by, right? The righteous shall live by, right? So let's look at a few scriptures here, then we're going to discuss it some more. So let's first look at Habakkuk 2:4. Habakkuk 2:4. This is a reading from the New King James Version. The New King James Version. Habakkuk 2:4. It said, "Behold, the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just or the righteous shall live by faith." Right? But the just or the righteous shall live by faith. So the saying, a righteous person, you believe or you trust in God, you need to live by faith. We got to live by faith, right? And said, "Behold, the proud, his soul is not upright in him." This is, let's look at Romans 1:17. Romans 1:17 and see what they say. Romans 1:17 say, For in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith, or the righteous shall live by faith. Again, in Romans, Habakkuk talked about it, and then Romans repeated it. So once you see something is repeated like this, guys, it means this is solid. This is a message you're trying to get to you. There's no change in this, no debate in this, right? So in Romans 1:17 says, "For in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith," or righteous is used interchangeable, right, or believer, right? So guys, so we see that's two to have the next area, a lot of other parts where they're telling us the righteous shall live by. What is faith? It says the faith is the evidence of things not, the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. So what it's saying, as a righteous person, we don't wait to see before we believe. We got to believe, and then we're going to see. It's different. It's not like what the world say, well, seeing is believing. No, not as a righteous person. You got to believe first, then you're going to see, and that's what faith is. The substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen, right? So he's saying as a righteous person, you got to live by faith. So the thing that you are believing for right now, the situation you're in, he's saying you got to believe you can get out of it. Believe you can get what you're praying for. Then you're going to see it. You don't wait to see it, and then you're going to believe it can happen. He said that's not how we work. So let's take the same story that we looked at yesterday and see how this principle played out in this story. Same story we looked at yesterday, Matthew 9:27 through 31. Let's see how this principle play out in this story here. This when Jesus healed two blind men, right? And he said, when Jesus departed from there, two blind men followed him, crying out and saying, Son of David, have mercy on us. Son of David, have mercy on us. And when he had come into the house, the blind men came to him, and Jesus said to them, Do you believe I'm able to do this? You see what Jesus asked them up front. He didn't do the miracle, then asked them if they believe, because it's easy if you open the eyes and then ask them to believe. If you believe I can do this after the eyes are open, it's easy to say, yes, my eyes are already open. Yes, I believe. Well, he asked them believe. So it's the same principle he's saying we need to live by faith. Right? Same principle we saying as a believer, we need to live by faith. We don't need to see the thing happen then to believe. We need to believe first. And then it's going to happen. As we did yesterday and showed you. Belief is the gateway for faith, for those miracles to happen. You got to believe first. That's the gateway. So that's why he's saying we got to live by faith. And the faith is believing first, then you're going to see it, right? So let's see in this story here. Jesus asked them, do you believe I'm able to do this? And let's see how they replied. Then they said to him, yes, Lord. They're saying, yes, we believe you can open our eyes. We believe this. Then he touched their eyes, saying, according to your faith, let it be done to you. So what he's saying, the righteous shall live by faith, right? The righteous shall live by faith. So he's saying, according to your faith, let it be done to you. Let it be done, right? And their eyes were open. And after they believe first, then the miracle happens. So that's what he's saying. As a righteous person, guys, we need to live by faith. So what you're going through right now, you need to believe first that you can get out of the situation. Believe that you can get the thing you're praying for. Whatever it is, you need to believe it first. And then the faith is going to follow. Then you're going to see the miracle. Then you're going to do the things necessary to make that stuff happen, right? So he's saying a righteous person shall live by faith. So let's look at Habakkuk, Habakkuk 2:4 again. He said, behold the proud, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Then in Romans, he repeated it again. He said, for in it the righteousness of God is revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. And there's lots of other parts of the Bible where you repeat this all the time. The just shall live by faith. All right, guys, let's just start to drop that and follow up on what we did yesterday. But we need to live by faith. And what is faith? It says it's the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. I mean, believing in the something before you get it. And that's what we said we need to live by as righteous people. All right, I'm going to drop that right there. I'm going to leave that there. Have a great weekend. Have a great holiday weekend. And we talk again sometime next week. Goodbye.